Okay, I was just touching stuff, and it's my first time on the board, y'all. Now Michael looks. I should have let it play.
Tutorial,
a very like
and you
2
said
second.
you understood everything, and now
What are you trying to say? Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
Before we start fighting, hello everyone. My name is Salome Dinoon, and let me go ahead. Tell the people who you
Michael
are.
Dwayne Paylor.
Mm-hmm.
And Dara Lashley, and welcome to another episode of Guess What's Coming to Dinner.
Hey, there you go.
Yes. And we have the wonderfully talented, director, actor, editor, colorist, writer, what are we, how many hyphenates? Rob Boyd here.
Yay! Okay.
With us today. We are very excited about this.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for coming on with us.
Of course, I can turn this down.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
my kid's got a
excited.
birthday today. I couldn't turn. No.
Oh my God! I was about to say, are you? Oh.
I am a very negligent father.
Oh, good.
A lot of people go, "You're so good." No, I'm extremely negligent.
No,
many kids
you're
you got?
not.
I got two.
I got
two.
Boy, girl, girl, boy, boy.
Boy, girl.
Boy, girl.
Nice.
Boy's oldest. Girl followed up.
Mm-hmm. So you done?
Yeah, I think. If I'm not, it's not up to me. So
Yeah.
having little accidents, you know.
Oh
Doing
my
my Bob Ross.
God!
Accidents, you said.
Oh,
so
my
speaking of
goodness.
accidents, were they planned? No, both of them.
Both of them were
Little
by
miracles.
surprise. It was just like, well, I'm not on time this month. You know.
Oh yeah, a gift.
Yeah, gifts. I mean, they're not
Gifts.
accidents.
Surprise
because-
gifts.
Yeah.
Even better.
That you're gonna have for the rest of your life.
I know.
Okay, so we all children are precious, but I mean, come on, some
Are
people
they?
are accidents. Like, let's just.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
Please add a disclaimer that
my
you're.
thing, like,
Sorry, I'm going to get spicy. This is going to be a spicy
Oh my
episode.
God.
Rob, if you make it the entire pregnancy, are you really an accident?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's like most times you know in enough time to correct it, but if you're born and it wasn't an accident,
Yeah. Somebody wanted
You
you
were
to
just
be
Love
here.
unplanned.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, look at you.
I know with the positivity.
look at those.
He's normally.
It's got to counter the Spice Daddy.
I know. Oh my God. Anyway, let's move on into the random fact of the episode. Just
Random
something
fact,
that
we're not
we
going to get
do.
into who this man is. I'm sorry, I don't remember the format. You know why I don't remember the format? 'Cause we
Kiss
don't
my
have
ass.
meetings like we're supposed to.
Wow.
We're supposed to have a scheduled meeting, Rob. Because this is a
Wow.
professional podcast.
Wow.
Every Thursday.
Ow.
The last two Thursdays, no meetings.
You know,
Okay.
Anybody else
All right.
smelling that dirty laundry?
I don't know what's going on.
Yep. Yeah. I
We're
smell
supposed to
it
be
really,
doing this
really well.
offline.
I smell it
away
really,
from Rob, away from the
really well.
listeners. Wow.
Smelling musty
Yeah.
drawers.
It's fine. It's fine. Rob, we are going to get into all about who you are after this random fact of the
Okay.
episode. We're going to
Okay.
do that right now. Okay, so back in 2018, a $1 million bottle of vodka, recorded as the world's most expensive, was stolen and found empty on a building site. Wow. That's $1,068,073 US dollars. Oh,
Yeah.
it's not. I'm sorry.
'Cause it
My
was
bad.
euro-
It was
1 million euro.
My bad. 1 million euro.
That's even worse. Their currency is higher.
More,
than
yeah.
ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say good riddance. First of all, nothing should cost that much. So
Yeah,
if somebody
I mean-
stole it and enjoyed it on a, what was it, a building work site?
Yeah.
Probably a construction
on a work
guy.
site, on a building site.
Good for him.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
Or her.
What was
That
it
was
made
somebody's
of, I wonder?
collection.
Yeah, but
You're
That's
okay
a
with somebody
Yes,
stealing somebody's.
absolutely. Let me tell you something about collections because it reminds me of art. I listened to a podcast years ago. Turns out a lot of really expensive art, it never gets displayed. It basically lives inside of warehouses because rich people, they buy it just as assets and then put it away in storage, put insurance on it, and they move it back and forth. Like somebody worked really hard to make something beautiful, and you took it and was like, all right, no one's gonna ever see this. Imagine somebody taking like something you filmed and putting it away because it was like, it's worth so much that I don't want nobody else to see it.
I don't have to imagine.
It's happened?
Oh, it's happened. I don't know if it was because of that reason, but yeah, there's definitely some unreleased stuff out there, and
It stings.
a little bit.
Yeah.
You just kind of grow numb. That's why my heart's so cold.
Well,
I think the same goes for the vodka. Somebody went out of their way to make it and probably aged it for a certain amount of time. And some rich person just took it and put it on the shelf. And then somebody stole it and enjoyed it. Good for them.
wow.
But we're missing
Reminds
the
me of
bigger
Robin
picture.
Hood. What?
What is it?
That was $1 million piss they took afterwards.
Oh.
Wow.
That was a good one.
That
was
a point.
Kinda like
Yeah.
what the content was like what did it do? Like the alcohol level? Like did they sleep well after? Like I would be interested
have
to
to.
know like the backstory.
I would be interested to know in how it tastes too, because not alcohol, but vodka particularly tastes a lot like rubbing alcohol. To me.
Right, yeah.
So I don't like vodka, but I wonder if it had a smoother taste.
I love vodka, and I watched this documentary a few years ago. They had a special on all the spirits, like an hour long, on how it's made and all that stuff. And when they got to vodka, they said something that during the process, before it could move on to a particular process, like and get exported from the factory, it has to meet this standard. So all vodka has to taste the same before it goes out the door. So what you're buying mostly is just the brand name.
So somebody just like taking all the bottles, going well, down the assembly. Is that why you always had that little bit of missing?
Yeah.
At the very, somebody
Little
went,
taste test. No, they do have that for like whiskey. Because that episode on whiskey, I think it was Jack Daniels or something.
okay.
There was taste testers. That's all they did.
It's just down the line as it's just coming. Everybody's
Yeah.
just getting a little bit drunk.
You want some of this? To
Let's do it. Let's-
get loose. Let's go.
Loosen up
Okay.
this tongue. I'm gonna get canceled by the end of this.
Oh
Let's go.
God, Robert. Anyway, let's get more into who you are
Alrighty.
now that you're here with us.
Yes.
One of the things we always ask everyone, I mean, you're doing a lot right now. I know you're a part of many projects for, so a little bit of background. You went to Playhouse West, Philadelphia tell us your story.
How far we want to go back?
All the way.
Yes.
All the way. Okay, so I was conceived in January of 1987. And,
Not that far. It's like, no.
I started Playhouse West in 2017. A buddy of mine, Sean Paul, just introduced me to it. Forever grateful for that. It was life-changing. I really got to find out who I was during that whole journey of bringing in work and falling flat on my face, just having the worst doors and activities. I don't know if they're worse, but, getting very embarrassed and vulnerable on that stage. So it does something to a person, and I'm still not psychologically okay. But, I discovered, I've been making films inconsistently for 20 years. And Playhouse was where kind of like everything I was doing beforehand sort of came together. And so it took me about 2 years from joining to actually like make a film to submit to something. Like for my first 2 years, I really didn't do anything but bring in doors and activities. And then I ended up making a film, and I love it. It's pretty good. And then just kept trying to hone it better and better and better. And here's where I am today.
So you said you were making films for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But it took you 2 years into Playhouse to make something. Why do you think that is?
Oh, because I was butt cheeks. I was pure butt cheeks for a long time.
As in what? You were ass?
Ass?
Oh,
Yeah.
pure ass.
At
I didn't
making
know
films?
how much of a family show this is. But
Oh.
you know, if we're just throwing it out,
Yeah.
I was pure, grundle.
At what? The filmmaking process?
The
or
whole
acting?
thing, I mean, acting, camera work, editing, they were watchable, but my worst part was writing. Writing, Playhouse West made writing make sense for me. Prior to that, I just didn't know how to write. But yeah, everything was just like, ugh, god awful. And I kept trying to, in little ways. See, the way my brain works is I got to know what all the wrong ways are first, and I got to learn the wrong ways the hard way.
You
just-
got to, though?
I do. That's the way my brain works. I'm just like, I'm not going to be
don't
happy
get
until
it
I
until-
know. Oh, okay. I gotta learn. I'm hard headed that way. My mama says so.
Yeah. So you said Sean introduced you to Playhouse West, but like, what kind of made you want to get interested in it? Like, what inspired you to want to come and try at being an actor?
It couldn't have happened at a more perfect time. So my buddy and I were making these comedy sketches, and they're funny to us. And we were putting them out, and you put something out, and you get like 1 like, 2 likes. Nobody's sharing it. We're like, share, and subscribe, but nobody's doing any of those things. Not the homies, not the family, nobody. It's like,
We know it well.
welcome to the club.
Yes, we do.
But so I thought at that time, we're doing all this, and I had tried being an actor before, and I'd been in part of some community theater. I've been part of a couple films here and there, but I was like, my confidence was shot back then. Like I go into these audition rooms, and this was at the time you always did it in person. And so it'd be a hallway. You'd be in some sort of hallway. It's always a hallway.
I know.
With a bunch of chairs outside. And you'd be sitting in some off-distance room. You can hear the audition. And somehow the actors are so loud and boisterous, and they're doing their thing. And I'm just like, I'm not that good. As I'm listening to them yell every other line, So my confidence was always shot. I say, you know what? At that time, I really, really want to do this. Why don't I put all my chips on the table? And this was before Sean messaged me. And why don't you go get a monologue coach? That's where my head was at the time. So he couldn't have intercepted at a better time, because all in, about to get this monologue coach.
Oh my God.
So then you get to Playhouse West, and man, I still remember my audit. I still remember the entire day. I remember Poseidon coming up to me, like, dapping me up, and I'm like, I don't know you.
He's a friendly person.
Oh my God, what a sweetheart.
Yeah.
What a sweetheart. You don't understand how much I love that kid.
Oh.
And I remember he came up and dapped me. I mean, he dapped me up hard too, like, and to the point where I started questioning, like, have we met? I don't know. And this was Playhouse was what we weren't at the theater that we were before. We were in the studio above Huey Loftus at the time. So it was basically a room. I'm exaggerating, but like this size, all on level. Just chairs there. We have basically 2 aisles. Behind the stage was like a closet, a musty closet, and then a bathroom. And so I remember just going there, and if you had to use the bathroom and an exercise started, you stayed in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
Until it was over. But I remember that day, and I remember watching this thing, and I couldn't, like, how do they know what to do? Is this scripted? Is it like people are repeating each other? I'm like, they're saying those same lines over and over a lot. You know, what is this thing? Then, like, I remember I didn't know what they were at the time. I saw some scenes. A bunch of the advanced kids at the time that I audited were putting together a show called, forgive me if I get this wrong, I think it's called This Is Family, which was a bunch of series of like short one-acts. And I know they played it at the Walnut, and they ended up playing it at the Walnut, and they ended up doing it up in New York. But I think at the time they were still like kind of working on it, putting it together, doing like basically character work into it. Again, not knowing this at the time. And I still remember Ed Aristones and Paula Kem. They did this one where they were of special needs. Oh. And I never met Ed Aristone at the time. And I'm like, is he? They were good. They were really good. I was convinced.
Nice.
And then my buddy had audited with me, the one that did this comedy sketch, and you can't take that man anywhere. So it was just a whole bunch of like little jokes to one another in between. But I knew, okay, these people are for real. These people are doing it. Yeah. I think I gotta come here.
Yeah, nice. I love that.
Yeah.
So you're also a filmmaker.
Yes.
And what inspired you to do that? Like, what inspired you to...
Like 20 years ago.
Right.
Because I was very scared of auditioning. So in my head, I was like, I'll just make my own film so I don't have to audition.
I love that.
And but it was out of cowardice, you know, that kind of got it. And I didn't realize how ahead of my time I was in that mindset. I just wish I had somebody like, boy, you're revolutionary. And of course, I started Temple in 2005. That was my freshman year, and I went to film class. I had 2 film classes. One was kind of like Film 101. You know, you sat in a big old theater and you got to watch movies. So one of the classes a week, you were in a big theater watching movies. And then 2 other days, you were kind of talking theory and stuff, and I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I got a big old fat F for that class. College wasn't a fun time. It was a fun time on the surface, but I was going through like a lot in college. A lot of like heavy things. Most things, you know, most people aren't going through. Yeah. So I didn't.
What kind of things?
Well, I became an 18-year-old orphan, and then I was like homeless. So I was going through like just hell of a lot of personal problems. Yeah. And just no direction in life, and I'm just floating, and probably dealing with some undiagnosed ADHD. I don't know. It's probably there.
I feel like I have that too.
Yeah.
Undiagnosed though.
The more that these Instagram is diagnosing me.
TikTok was my my therapist for a while.
Thank God for this social media. I mean, I'm learning so much about all my conditions. Oh my God. Everybody share their stuff like, I got that.
To that, and you watch it, but you'll have every condition under the sun.
I know.
Like,
and that's the thing. It's like, how much of it is brainwashing?
Right. Like
versus just a shared condition. Like, yeah, I also be like, yeah, I got that. I felt that way. I've thought that.
Right.
But then also it's like, a lot of this is the algorithm trying to program you. Like, if you keep seeing the same type of videos from different sources in a small amount of time, you're going to start to think similarly to whatever that mind state is. So, I don't know. It might be programming, but it also...
Could be.
It has its benefits.
Yeah.
If you can... I don't know.
So, I just decided not to do anything about it.
No?
That's the state I live in right now. I'm not going to do anything about it. No, I'll find somebody. I'm in the midst of like trying to see if it's real. If it's real, I'm looking for. But everybody's like really held up. Like everybody's on like a wait list. All the like psychologists and stuff that are out there. Every doctor
because of the pandemic. I think a lot of people had time to figure out what was wrong with them.
Or realize there was something wrong with them.
Right, exactly.
The realization.
Normal.
Yeah.
And also, mental health is very popular now. When it was mostly taboo, unless you were of a certain class.
Right.
Like if you had money, then you can have it. But then everybody else had to go to church
Right.
and pray the crazy away.
Get you some Jesus.
Yeah, that's what you need, Jesus.
Well,
Y'all just gonna start
we
eating?
opened the food, so you guys open your side and let's dig on into this.
All right.
Yeah, because
What are we eating?
I'm starving.
So we're eating some Korean fried chicken, sweet and spicy style. We are eating some kimchi,
You want me to open
pork
this?
and chorizo paella, and we have some spicy pork bao buns. Some spicy pork buns. And then there is also an order of the ribeye bulgogi.
Ooh,
Yeah.
bulgogi. That's a fun word.
I know, right? Isn't it bulgogi?
That's
I
entering
think
my
it means
lexicon
from
right now.
Korea. I'm pretty sure bulgogi means from Korea.
Can I just
Is that what
dip
this is?
in?
Yes, that's the ribeye bulgogi.
What's this?
Bulgogi.
This is the pork bun.
I've
You
never
each
had
get one.
any
Yeah.
of this before. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really good. This place, Bukchan, in South Philly
Well, let me put that.
on Chestnut. Yeah, Chestnut. It's really, their food
Can I
is
take pictures?
consistent. Yes, we did.
All right.
Did you say South Philly on
Can you
Chestnut?
take
Uh-huh.
some there? Because
Oh, girl.
I'm at,
What?
That is Central Philadelphia.
Oh, well, yeah, sorry. Center City, not South Philly. Old City. That's what I meant to say. Old City.
Old City.
Old City.
Let's try some of this stuff here.
What's this?
That is the spicy pork bun.
Now, should I crack this egg
Yeah, crack it and like try and get it,
all mixed in?
yeah, as much as you can.
Get some of that egg yolk. Some baby chicken in there.
so
baby chicken.
This accident chicken.
Oh my god.
I have a question for you, right? Which, so I'm in like, I'm at what, third day of spoons,
Okay.
but seeing that you've already.
What's a spoon?
Good question. Spoon River is like a part in the curriculum, and they're basically like monologues, I guess.
Speeches.
They're speeches.
She said the monologue.
Scenes, really.
Tony's ears are
but
ringing right now.
Sorry, speeches.
Speeches, scenes.
Right, because
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a monologue, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I did promise
But-
I'd use chopsticks.
I'm like in my third day, and in my waking life, in my actual real life, I'm very vulnerable, and I hate it. I feel like I'm raw. Did you have that experience?
Yes. But I didn't hate it. I leaned into it. Because you're supposed to. If you're going to get out what you need to get out in Spoon River, yeah, you're going to have to allow yourself to be vulnerable and work with people who you can confide in, because you're going to share details about yourself that maybe you've never shared with anybody.
I'm not excited.
You're going to have to expose yourself.
Can you pass the rice and bulgogi, please?
So look at this. I got the.
Oh, good for
Look
you.
at that.
How do you use these?
I don't know.
I have not been formally trained.
Do you guys like it?
But
Yeah, it's
I
good.
just hold it like this.
Thank you.
And then I grab this guy and then pow pow.
All right. I'm committing. I'm gonna make this work.
I start off chopsticks
Guys,
like
they're
this.
trying to use chopstick.
Bam, got it.
I started off like
Michael, no. Michael just like stabbed a chicken and was like, boom, got it. That's not how you. You know what?
Y'all just gonna ignore my request?
We just so good. Hey, This?
Yes. And the rice, please.
that. Pass the Bugatti.
Bulgogi. Wait, did you get
Bulgogi?
some?
I did.
Okay.
Can you pass this?
Yeah. Pass it down the line.
Okay.
Bugatti for Dara.
You kind of live within both worlds, right?
What worlds are those?
Film and
Rice
acting,
too.
you know? So,
I said
when we did, what did we do? Well, I don't even know what the name of that project was that we did with AJ. It was
Love Language.
Love Language.
Yes,
So
yes.
when we did Love Language, you were so sweet to me and like telling me what to do, and you took your time and you explained it to me. Do you think because you have experience as an actor, it makes you a better filmmaker and director?
I think just being a decent human being.
Oh.
Just, you know, I never understood anybody in this world who puts anybody down or talks down to people. So perhaps, maybe, perhaps, but I just believe in being like a decent human being. Because I wouldn't want to be talked to a certain way on a set. I wouldn't want to be addressed in a certain way. I mean, we're all grown, so I don't understand like talking to people like children. And yeah, worst case, you know, if you're going to be destructive on set, obviously, then we're either going to have to ask you to leave or. But I don't know. I just believe in talking with people with respect, and you know, also just understanding that this is people's first time on camera, and you learn that by doing it. There's things that you would do on camera you would never do for the scene, really, or you would just kind of go against your natural instincts. You know, because we had to walk this little funky path, right? But because it registered so much better on camera. I mean, God, I remember one time I did this thing on ID. It was an episode on Investigative Discovery, and it was me and a girl, and instead of being like cuddled up like how we were supposed to be, we were like this. And somehow she had her back to me like we were like in a fucking rock band or something. And somehow this like looked right on camera. I don't know how. I don't know how, like, why it is that way, but you find that there's going to be some unnatural things you have to do. Because if you face a person how you're supposed to face a person or something like that, then you might be more closed off. We don't really get to see your face. And if we don't really get to see your eyes, then we don't connect to you. You know, we don't feel something. And you might have a moment that, you know, is a pivotal moment. It's a pivotal moment. We're supposed to connect with you. And you're going through this experience as an actor, and we don't see it. Oh boy, that was a waste.
Yeah.
So knowing all these little camera techniques, we can take, you know, any professional makes something look easy. So when you watch a film and it's just like, I think acting is probably the most disrespected art form out there, because there's so many people that'll claim they know how to do it without like any real training.
Exactly.
And so when you watch films and you watch, you know, how people do these great scenes and stuff like that, but they have this experience on, they know how to open themselves up to camera. They know how to, you know, Michael Caine has this great little thing about his little technique with his eyes, what he does with his eyes. You know, so he'll pick an eye. You know,
I was just watching that video.
Did you see that?
What day was that? Wednesday. Somebody else brought it up to me.
And so he'll pick an eye and he'll just concentrate on that eye, but the eye that he picks is the one where the camera, the same side as the camera. And it reads really, really well. Things like excessively blinking, you know, you don't want to do stuff like that. Just constantly open and closing your eyes. Really, eyes are how we connect. So make sure, you know, again, your eyes are seen. You want to be seen.
That is so crazy. We got to probably link that video to this episode, because I just watched it, and I think Tyler brought it up to me, Tyler Andrews. I was watching it randomly, and it was like, exact same thing. Pick your eye instead of having your eyes bounce back and forth. Blinking makes you look more weak. Versus when you want to actually be taken seriously, you hold the eye contact. It's just good stuff.
And look, you know, just like in any art, I don't ever like to use the word never. But if you could find ways, like you just said, blinking makes you look weak. And in the scene, you know, you're in a weaker position, you might use that to your advantage. You know, it might be a smart choice to make. So it's just knowing like how effects. And so the more experience you get, you know, I promote to everybody, if you haven't done a film yet, just go do it. Go do it. Go whip out your phone. Go do it. If it's pure butt cheeks, don't release it. That's it.
Yeah.
Dara.
I knew it. I knew it.
So you heard about her.
Wait. So why
my
why
God.
would you why did you say Dara like that? What have you heard? What have you seen? Elaborate.
Dara and I have been in talks for let's see, about months now.
Wow.
About months.
Wow.
Maybe a few 11 days, umpteen hours.
Wow. Yep. Anyway.
It's
What y'all
okay.
been talking
We'll
about?
keep working.
Oh my God. Anyway, Rob, is there one that you like more than the other?
What have y'all been talking about?
God,
You gotta remember, it's just not us sitting here. There are people listening, and they want to know. Y'all can't have inside little secrets at the table. That's
oh my
not,
I'm
God.
sorry, I'll let Dara tell those stories.
You know what? I mean, there's no story to tell, okay?
Never
We've
is.
been talking about me writing something. That's what we've been talking about. He has been trying to encourage me to do it, and I have been hesitant.
You know what?
That's it.
Now look at that face. Look at those eyes. She has stories to tell, doesn't she?
She has so many. Oh my gosh, yo.
She's got stories.
She can talk about the tattoos that she has.
Oh my
There's so many stories in that.
Oh my God.
She always talks about how much fun she had in college. Like, can you imagine?
Dara?
Yeah,
A party girl?
Oh my God.
complete different person. This, what you see here, that's this demo mode.
Ah.
Wow, y'all, damn. This is about Rob. Okay, so Rob,
Yes.
as I was asking, do you like one more than the other? Like, do you enjoy filmmaking more than acting? Do
I
you
already
like
know
them
the answer.
equally the same?
Can I guess?
I feel like I know it too, but
It's filmmaking.
No.
no.
Acting?
It's acting, yeah.
Acting. I am an actor at heart. Filmmaking's my second love. There is something really special about having a vision and watching it come to life. And watching people, it is the closest I'll ever get to be able to birth something.
Wow. Aw.
That's not an accident.
There are no accidents, Rob.
In comedy, that's called a callback.
Oh my God.
So how do you handle, like, if you work with someone, right, and you guys have differences, how do you handle that? Do you, and let's say sometimes you might be really excited about an idea and they don't want to go with your idea. How do you handle things like that?
So, if I'm working with someone, meaning like we're collaborating. Mm-hmm. So, hopefully, we're collaborating with people who are a joy to work with, who respect us and respect our artistic integrity. Look, if you feel strongly about something, the way I always handled it is if I could sense that someone feels really strongly about something, just let them do their thing. That's a beautiful thing about film is you get it, you don't have to use it. If it's really not working. Now, if, let's just say, they feel so strongly about something, I might be more experienced and I just know that thing doesn't work. Maybe sometimes, too, a good collaborator is allowing people to grow with you or allowing them to grow, allowing them to see what that way is. Maybe they're like me. Maybe they got to find out the hard way what the wrong way is. But ultimately, I think you will always want to do what's best for the project. And hopefully, if you got this inspiration, this thing you'd like to do, it's enhancing the story, it's telling the story, and it's not hurting the project. That's what you also have to have an honest conversation with yourself about. So if there's a disagreement on it, I think the first step you always got to do is put your egos aside. It's not about you. It should be about the project. And, fight for what you believe in, and do it in a way where hopefully the person you're collaborating with can see your passion, can see your drive, and then maybe gives a shot. Or maybe, again, there's so many variables to say specifically what to do, but maybe, there's something that even though the initial idea may not be helpful for the project, but maybe you're bringing up something that should be addressed. And that's why, like, for me on set, you know, if I'm directing, I listen to everybody. I take everybody's input. I may not take the exact suggestion, but if I look close enough, you might be pointing out something to me I hadn't thought about yet. So it's a good idea to always listen with an open heart.
What has been your worst experience on set?
Just in general, just worst.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Let's see. I'm trying to think what's a good one to choose.
Oh my
There's been
God!
so
One,
many?
there's more. Oh my God!
I've been through 20 years, 20 years
True.
of this. I felt like most of the time we tend to keep level heads. Yeah, you know, shit can get hot sometimes. Passions can arise. So typically, like, even the worst times are the best times. But I would say I've never dealt, like, you guys ever see The Disaster Artist with Franco? No?
No.
He plays Tommy Wiseau. He does basically the making of the cult classic The Room, which was just like, it's crazy. You guys got to see it. So I've never encountered anything like that, with just like people are putting people's health at risk and things of that nature. All my stories are like inconveniences.
Okay.
You deal with good people. So we were in LA and shooting this short last year, and God, that film was like, man, Murphy's Law. That was just Murphy's Law. Technically, cameras decided, you know, we traveled across the country, cameras deciding they don't want to work. We're running late on days. And so one day we were trying to shoot up in the Hollywood Hills to get the Hollywood sign in the back. Now, in LA, you need a permit for filming, like, everywhere. I think the caveat is, as long as you don't put a fixture on the ground, like tripod or any type of stands, you're okay to film without a permit.
Oh.
So, but that gets difficult, finding ways to, like, get good, stable shots without using any type of anything on the ground. So we're up in the Hollywood Hills. We're trying to get the shot. We're running late that day, trying to find somewhere to park. It's a Saturday. People are leaving the next day. So key cast members are leaving or flying out the next day. And we start rolling. And I'm not going to name names. It's just so funny because I remember the moment. We start rolling, and then the person we had on sound was just like, I have a question. I don't know if this was recording or not.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
How much
How much what?
was not recording?
The whole thing.
Wow.
The whole take was not recorded.
Wow.
God bless her soul. Not her fault. Not her fault. It was like some gear malfunction. I just wish it was. But because she's so sweet. She's such a sweetheart. She didn't want to interrupt us while we were trying to do a take and prepare for the take. So she waited until after it was done. So there's like, okay, let's go do another one. We, like I said, we got cast members leaving. We got one guy who went to Playhouse who came out that day for us, and his schedule's like really tight. He's, you know, out LA, you know, doing his thing. And so we start getting ready for the next take. And then we get a Karen. Oh. Yes. Oh and I've never encountered a Karen in the wild before. We get a Karen in the wild, in the flesh.
In our natural habitat.
And so she didn't like that we were parked legally. We were parked legally. She didn't like where we were parked. And that, you know, we were trying to roll, and like, if you ever go on the Hollywood Hill or, you know, up to the, try to go see the sign or whatnot, up the hill, basically it's like one way up, one way down. So traffic is tight, especially for like a Saturday. And she starts yelling at us, and like, we're trying to record a take, and obviously we just can't do it with her doing it. I'm gonna call the cops. And then at the time, you know, the whole thing with Russia and what's it called? Ukraine was popping off. Don't you know there's a war in Ukraine? Like, she starts. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how she starts making the connections between us trying to shoot a scene and that there is a war in the Ukraine.
Oh my God.
And then for the fact that she's also like, someone almost died on the street because an ambulance couldn't get up here. I mean, there are a
She
lot.
was taking out like 40 years of frustration.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That is crazy.
So it required us to totally rewrite the scene because we lost half the cast after that day. We lost half the cast, and there was no way we could go
sucks.
back. So we had to rewrite the scene. But these are the little things because I actually think the rewritten scene is better than the original.
I got a question. So the person who was running audio, I kind of sympathize with her because I've had situations where I was shooting, noticed something wasn't going right, but didn't interrupt the take. But because I know, even though we're going to have to redo this, I know how actors are to like really live in a moment and maybe they'll find something or discover something in this take, and I don't want to kill it. Would you say it's better to just call like cut on it?
So the take is already going, like call to action and everything. It's a tough one to call because virtually, if it's a dialogue scene, there's nothing you can do without the audio. You know, now, I mean, you could try to, if it's the best take, then you could try to do ADR or something like that, but that's a lot of work, you know, and it's difficult. If you can catch it as early as possible, I would interject. Because also, too, you don't want the actor to exhaust themselves in a throwaway take now. You know, without real audio. Like I said, there's ways you could try to manipulate it afterwards.
My situation wasn't so much audio. I forget what it was, maybe lighting or something. But I was like, man, this person's giving everything they got. I mean, tears dropping. I'm like, whew, if I stop it. Because I know what it's like to have a scene stopped by Tony.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're building to something. And you know it's going and it's coming in the direction that you want it to go, but it gets stopped. And it's like, shit. It feels really like discombobulated. So...
I mean, it's like blue balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's
That's
like.
what it is.
It's like,
Oh my God.
I was almost there.
So I don't want to do that for somebody else, even if we're shooting, if we have the time to like come back and get it.
I mean, if it's a lighting thing, you just have to let it go.
Yeah.
So if you're like gaffing or, you know, you're the DP, set your frame. I mean, typically how I do is when we're about to roll, you know, camera speeds, sound speed, that's us confirming to each other that we're rolling, so we're not missing anything technically. As a director, I like to give a moment, like, you know, for the crew, like, all right, speak now or forever hold your peace. You know, so the cinematographer or the camera person might want to do a focus check real quick just to make sure everything's in focus. And because once that action hits and things are in motion, actors are now pouring out, and again, it depends on the take too. This is also on the actor side. You know, don't exhaust yourself before your coverage. Don't exhaust yourself before your close up. So if we're talking a close up, then yeah, you want to be on point. You want to make sure everything's on point before that action rolls. For that reason. For that very reason.
Yeah.
So I was on set with Rob on Tuesday, and it was a great opportunity to get to watch you work close up because my introduction to your work was last year when I was on the film committee, and I saw, I believe, 2 of your films. One was Password, which I really liked.
Oh, thank you.
There was another one where
Carpe
you were like,
Diem.
Yeah. Oh, love
That
Carpe
one is
Diem.
that
that's
you
my
talking to the
thing.
dog?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And I had a model life in there too, the one with Juliet.
Oh right,
yeah.
That one, yeah. But those are the ones that I saw you actually in. And I was like, oh, this guy's really good. And not only acting wise, but like Password looked really good.
Oh, thank you.
And I was like, man, I got so many questions on lighting because I struggle with it. And being on set with you on Tuesday, I got to see how much really goes into the lighting.
Yeah.
I'm talking, he has bed sheets with big beams of like Batman signal lights hitting them off the walls and all this stuff. He made it look like it was daytime at night through a window, and then made it look like it was nighttime again later, but the moonlight was coming through a tree branch. It was like crazy. It was like, I'm like so impressed.
For that
thank
moonlight
you.
coming through the tree branch, did you use a cookie?
I did. Same one.
Nice.
Same one. Yeah, it lasted.
That's awesome.
A makeshift cookie.
Love it.
Get yourself some Cinefoil. Order some Cinefoil. I think probably like $25 or something like that for a big old, looks like a big old box of Reynolds, like super long, but it's like all black. And Dara saw me, when we were on set, that same one that I used there, I just cut out a nice size sheet to basically cover a light, probably about the same size as these lights here. And I just start cutting, I use my blade, and I just start cutting out random shapes. Because, man, you get a Matthews brand Cucalores, I mean, you might be spending a few $100s per, like, they're on wooden boards.
Yeah.
So they're super stable. Like, I don't know if you saw the problem. It was super windy Tuesday. So the cookie itself kept blowing,
Yeah.
but nothing some, Gorilla Tape to keep it stable won't fix.
That's the great part of filmmaking, is figuring out how to fix problems that
Yeah.
you didn't plan on having.
Oh, absolutely.
And then afterwards, you have that skill set in your mind, like you know how to fix that issue again or something similar to it. But I just want to be already there.
No, you got to be butt cheeks for a long time, man. I was butt cheeks for a long time. No, there's so many, there's so much information out there in the world already. On YouTube, there's a ton of great tutorials. I always forget their names, but I'll share with you. I'll look it up and share with you after. In terms of how you think about light. And it's really like, the more simple you can be, it seems complicated, but the more simple you can be, the better you'll learn. So really, light comes from, think about the lighting here, those lights aside. Light is motivated by somewhere, and typically what motivates light during the daytime is the sun, where the sun is. So let's just say all the lights were turned off in here, we would have sunlight coming through the windows. Now, unless, your window is in the sun's path, it's most likely not going to be direct sunlight. It's going to be bounce lighting that's bouncing from outside inside, and so we would call that ambient lighting. It's indirect sunlight or indirect light, and that's why it's usually like nice and soft, nice and even. It's very pretty to look at, but the downside to it is it's also kind of flat. There's no like separation. There's no face shaping. It's pretty even between foreground, middle ground, background. So there's other techniques you can do to try to really make that image pop. Like, you always want your subject to pop in a frame. You want them to be separate from the background. And so that's when we start bringing in supplemental lighting. Plus, like, I don't know if you saw, like, for Leslie's, what we first did with Leslie.
Upstairs? No, I didn't go up there.
So it was exactly how I described. Lights coming in, it's ambient lighting. It's nice and soft inside the room, but it's not enough light for the camera. It's going to be too underexposed if I just use the room as it was. So that's when I got the Aputure 300, put that on. I put this huge, I went to Joann and got this like 9 foot by 9 basically sheet cut. It's bleached muslin. You could get it, the real version of it, but again, when you buy like things that are specifically made for film sets,
It's gonna be more
professionally,
expensive.
a 9 foot thing, you could pay a couple $100. You could look at that. I went to Joann's and paid $30. It's like, all right, then I'll just use them, because nobody cares what it looks like,
As long as it does the job.
right?
Yeah.
People will only see what camera saw. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
There's a Instagram channel I follow, and I love that channel, called Shitty Rigs. And it's just because it's so creative how people get it, how they do it, how they rig up certain things, or like on Tuesday, you know, that Cucaloris would be a shitty rig because it's not it's not the real thing. But hey, we got the effect. We put some texture on the walls. In both cases, where in one case before we put that up, it was just a solid blue color, uninteresting. It's just this blue. We put that on, and then it's like there's some texture, some interest.
And then wind blowing added it.
Oh yeah, that was
great.
I wish I could take credit for that. That was all God. That was all the Lord.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness.
So, I guess I have my turn to answer the question. All right. You're a filmmaker. I take it you actually enjoy watching films.
I do.
If you had to pick a favorite of all your films, which would it be?
That I made. Or that's out there.
We're going to go both.
Both.
First, what is the favorite that you've made?
Oh man, it's like asking what child is your favorite.
That's the third question.
So let's just having this conversation.
And I'm a parent, so I know you got a favorite.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So my films, two sit at the top of my heart for me. That's how I kind of judge it. I got a lot of films. They're all in my heart because that's how I like to make films. If there's something I absolutely love about it, then I want to make it. I don't like making things for the sake of just making it. At my end, I think it's a good thing to do if you're new and you're coming in. You should be making as much as possible, whether you like it or not, or whether it's you're super inspired or not. I'm a little bit past that point. Not to say that it's not good for me to work on my craft, but I want to really start just focus on things that I'm more passionate about. And then with those projects, try to take my work to a new level. But anyway, my first project I did at Playhouse with Madeline Adam, Baby on Broad. She wrote it. She asked me to film and edit it. I don't know if you guys know Marsha St. Julian.
I don't know her, but I
Have you
love
guys seen
her.
this film?
I have.
Yeah.
Is that the one where Ed was throwing the trash out the door?
Yes. that one sits at the top of my heart for a lot of sentimental reasons. It's the first one that wasn't butt cheeks to me. It was the first non-butt cheek project. And there was things that I was doing in it that I wanted to do, and it was my first time doing it. And I would say the one we just made, American Dream,
Oh, really?
is right next to it.
It is really great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You were great in it.
It was great. Thank you.
You were fantastic in it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think you take for granted what you did. It wasn't easy what we asked you to do. But you handled it like a champ.
Well, thank you.
I know. There's so many secrets here.
I know.
But okay.
There are
Dara, me and
secrets.
Dara have our own language.
Yeah.
What's American Dream about?
American Dream, AJ came up with the original concept of it. It's about an immigrant on a work visa who no longer wants to work his job, who wants to follow his dream of being an actor. But the issue is when you're on a work visa, you're not allowed to pursue any other job. You're not allowed to pursue a change of career, which I kind of find fucked up.
I know. It is really fucked up.
That's
It's
really
really
fucked
fucked
up.
up.
Like, so you come here and now you got to commit to this thing you got hired for. So, like in AJ's circumstances, he works in IT. He's only allowed to work in IT. He's only allowed to, he has to stay in the same industry. The amount of effort it would take for him to switch industries and what they would have to prove to the government, man, it's truly difficult. And that's crazy. So,
Is that based loosely off of his circumstances?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's insanely. It's a imaginative of what it would be like if he did pursue acting professionally while on a work visa.
Yeah.
I think I've seen some Instagram screenshots of that. Like, was he in like a hotel room or some type of dark room?
It was actually his living room. You probably saw.
Okay.
Yeah, we shot it. had it like really dimmed, and that was a cool little effect that we did in the beginning. I won't spoil it.
Yeah.
Wait till the festival, if it gets accepted. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's where it kind of comes from. We do this cool little effect, and so there were things with this project. Again, I'm always looking for what are some opportunities I haven't done yet. I'm always, with every single project, trying to do something I've never done before, even if it's a small thing. So there was a couple things like, I've never used a cookie before.
Yeah.
A real cookie, or closer to a real cookie.
Yeah.
You know, so that was pretty cool. You know, to try to elevate the images there. And that's where filmmaking is incredibly expensive. Like incredibly, even when people are giving you a discount, you know, to come out and do your thing. I mean, my God, you know, to get somebody that knows what they're doing to come out, bring gear. I mean, a project could easily cost you a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money just to come out of pocket.
But would you say that the experience and the things that you learn is worth it?
That if you paid somebody to come out?
Yeah, like what I'm basically trying to get at is that it doesn't matter like how much money you pay or whatever, the experience and being with your friends and stuff like that makes everything worth it. For me, you're looking like
I mean, you could do that with an iPhone. Come on.
well, yeah, that's true.
No, so you know, it's not anything. It's just a very expensive industry to try to, like, you write a project and you have limited film experience or yourself, and you decide to outsource it to people. You know, it's a specialty skill. I mean, and then film equipment is expensive itself. You know, it's really expensive. Even for the lower end stuff, it's expensive. So yeah, people want to make their money back. You know, not, you know, people aren't just like, I gotta make my money. I want to take it from you. You know, they're justified in their prices. But here's the thing: we're all trying to make it somewhere. We all want to be at a certain level, I would think. You know, I think none of us are just like sitting here trying to make a hobby out of something. No, we're trying to work at a professional level, and the only way you're going to do it is do it by volume. So if you blow your load on one project and you don't get to do another because you're cash strapped, I think that's unfair. So this is where I would say practice yourself, practice. If you can, find your tribe, but if you can't, do it yourself. I'm notoriously known for being a one-man band. It's not that I'm trying to be, but you know, for anybody that wants to work at a high level and try to do our best, that's where I really try to put it in. You know, if whether I'm by myself or not, you know, like what we did on Tuesday, I want the images to look like we had a 10-man crew. You know, no matter what, or I'm going to do my best to do that. I'm going to bust my ass to make sure we do that. At Love Language, when you two came out, I'm going to do everything I can to make it look like we have a crew. And I know I can compete with people in that regard. I can put my images next to people who actually had a huge crew. Now, there's going to be a limitation to that because, you know, a huge crew of like 10 years, you know, decades of experience. You put all that together, it's like my 20 years versus their hundreds of years.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not exactly sustaining, but I know I've learned a lot being able to be in that position and go back and forth. When my buddy and I, when we were doing sketch comedy, it was just the two of us. And we were going back and forth. And so when we were both on camera, nobody was behind watching us. And so we'd have to do thing after thing after thing. You were too off screen. Or, you know, we had to make these little shifts. And we had a camera just like that. And so, like, no real lens. So we'd be in the scene like this, all shoulder to shoulder. Good times though. Working with that taught me so much. A lot what not to do because I'm hard headed. I had to find out the hard way what not to do.
Well, it seems as though you've come a long way. I mean,
Thank
American
you.
Dream is so pretty. It's so well done.
Thank you.
The editing is good. Yeah,
you.
it's really
I can't
good.
wait to see it.
Yeah,
It's
it's so good.
it sits at a very special place. And it's just like every project that I do, I like to think that I'm trying to forgive the sins of the previous project. I'm insanely honest with myself. You know, I try to leave ego at the door, even though I do have a huge ego. But I'm insanely honest with myself, and I'll talk real raw, like Robbie, tequila, butt cheeks. You know, this is butt cheeks. No, okay. But no, I am very honest with myself, and I learned that by the time I'm done a project, I do highlight what I don't like about this. Not to put it down, because again, I love this project, but then there's things sticking out already. And I'm like, ugh.
What are they? I want to know.
Yeah.
No. I'm not sharing it right now.
All right.
That was
We'll wait till the festival.
That's
That was
fair.
my
Okay,
question.
that's fair. Okay.
So how do you keep yourself motivated if you're in a project and you're like, this shit is, well, in your terms, butt cheeks? How do you keep yourself motivated?
I mean, God, even that, you know, you just love it. You love the whole process. It's a genuine love. It is very similar to like being a parent, I think. You know, there's some days you don't like your kids.
Yeah, that's when the labor of love come into play.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And that's what it is. So, you know, God, with American Dream was such a quick turnaround with like when this project was conceived as a thought versus when we had to shoot. Like you and AJ didn't have like really a lot of time to rehearse.
Yeah, no.
Nor did I have really any time to like, okay, let me kind of location scout, even though we've been in this apartment thousands of times, but still every project you kind of location scout, pick your angles and stuff like that. Like I'm camera wise, I'm improvising. But so it's like finding the frame and being able to then light that frame once you find it. And it took me a little bit. I don't know if you remember. It took me a little bit. And so you're just kind of really working through. As you get experience, you know, you want to be extremely specific. What is it you don't like? You don't want to leave it at subjectivity. You want to be objective. I don't like this. Why? What is it I don't like about it? You know, maybe, you know, lighting coming in is too sourcey. I'm seeing too much harsh shadows, or so I got too much of a contrast going on. What can I do to soften that contrast? And once you really start being able to identify all those issues, why it is you don't like it. Oh no!
It's okay.
I broke the set. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. Once you're able to really identify all those issues, then you can start tweaking and start working, and it's just one big experiment. No matter how much you think someone has cracked the code on filmmaking, no one knows what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, it's always something new. And they keep changing the technology.
Oh, yeah.
Like now that I was watching a video on the Avatar The Last Airbender show that they're bringing to Netflix. And they're utilizing, I forget what it's called, but instead of a green screen, it's like a big wall full of LCD panels. They used it for The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But they made a bigger one. And it's a new technology, and now filmmakers have to figure out how to utilize it.
Sure.
And how to shoot it differently because it changes things.
Right.
So every time something shifts, you got to kind of go back to the drawing board and figure it out.
Well, I think also
all over
too,
again.
you know, we got to get out the mindset that there's a right and a wrong. There is none. There is no right or wrong.
I think there is.
Do you?
Wrong is you just sit on your butt and never do anything.
Okay.
Right
That's
is
fair.
you figured I'll make something, put it
Right.
out, and move forward.
But let's take that first, right? So let's say you are doing something. There's no right or wrong. You're going to learn whether or not it was something effective, ineffective, was it strong or was it weak? But, you know, because I don't like right or wrong because it's too definite. Something's wrong, it's just flat out wrong. There's nothing you can do about it but throw it away and then try something else.
Yeah.
But if something is weak, it just might need a little extra zhuzh, you know, to bring that out, right? A little extra something. I don't know what that something is. And just a little extra tweak. But, you know, you just go and you experiment. I think this will work. It brings out that problem solving brings out the most creativity. And then you learn something. And that's why, you know, if you can be on as many sets as possible because other people have done the same thing and you will learn something. They figured out something that works for them. You know, it's like basically what life hacks are. You know how people that's super popular. You see it on social
TikToks
media.
and all that.
All the life hacks. If you just do this, it's like, how did I not know how to do this for 30 years? You know? Did you know if you fold your clothes this way? So that's what that is.
Okay. Interesting.
You
Did I
went
answer
all
the
the way around
Yes, you did.
the lights.
You did.
That was the most dangerous, destructive
You
path you
answered
could have
it.
chosen to take.
Hush up now.
You could have knocked over 2
I'm
lights, a
sorry.
panel, 2 cameras.
Did I?
Started a fire.
Okay.
My question was, what was your favorite film? We talked about the 2 favorites that you've done. Now, what are the favorite film that you've seen?
Oh God, I have so many. There's so many. That's
You got to pick one.
I have to pick one.
Can you pass that?
Well, oh yeah. Let's get you litty. Let's get Dara hopping on the table.
No.
Take back to the
No.
college days, right? You know what I'm saying?
No. Never going back.
Isn't
again.
that what the American dream is, though?
That's what. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's actually what the film's about. All that bullshit about AJ was you know what? Just because I watched it last night, I want to pick on Terminator 2.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Terminator 2.
One of the few times the sequel was better than the first.
Like a trillion times better.
Yeah.
And they've never been able to find that success again with any of the other sequels. Yeah. But I just think, storytelling and it was revolutionary. But at the end of the day, it's an action film, but it's a drama. Mm-hmm. And the action in it doesn't overcome the drama in it. Mm-hmm. And I just thought it's so masterful. So it's one of my favorites for that reason. For its storytelling techniques.
All right.
You guys got favorites?
I think if someone had to ask me what my favorite film was, and please don't judge me, okay? My favorite film is like 300. I could watch it like...
Because 300 half-naked men?
No! It's because I typically don't watch movies like that. I'll watch documentaries and stuff like that. But when I was introduced to 300, I was like, I wouldn't like something like this. It's action. No, but then I fell in love with it.
You fell in love with them abs.
No, I fell in love with the story. And my favorite part is when he says, when King Leonidas is about to die, and he says, "My love, my wife." Oh, that gets me every time. And the sex scene is pretty cool too, but
That's number
There's a
2.
sex scene
That's
in
reason
it?
number 2.
well, that's reason number 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Darren?
I had.
Is it Polly?
Polly is up there.
It's up there.
Polly is up there. But I do love. I love 2 different movies like equally. I love A Streetcar Named Desire because I feel like they just tore that screen up. I feel like they just left it all there.
That's
Dara
weird.
pulling out the cinephile.
Love that. I just love what they did. I just love what they did as actors. I don't know. So I love that movie. And then, don't judge me, y'all. Okay. Clueless.
Oh, goodness.
I was ready for something like Love Don't Cost a Thing.
No,
I love
that's
Clueless
not my
coming
favorite.
up.
But I
had a
love
big crush on
Clueless.
Stacy.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to be Dion. Okay, that's why I love Clueless. It was just good to me. I just thought I was at that age when it came out. You know what I mean? It was just it's nostalgic for me. I guess that movie.
Nostalgic.
The
Yeah.
I
nostalgia
wanted to
factor
live
is
in that
huge.
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Rob, what do you think makes
Wait.
a-
You didn't answer the question.
Good, very
Right,
good.
thank
Rob.
you.
Ooh, see,
Yes, the shutdown.
I mean, we'll get to that. But
my
I mean,
favorite movie is Coming to America?
Oh,
okay.
what a good
Really?
one.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The first one.
The first one. Oh, I mean, there was no.
Oh, I
other.
didn't remember the second one, really.
Good.
The second
I
one's
know.
called
The second one,
To
yeah,
America.
Coming to America. It's not as good, but
Performance wise, I thought it was
oh my
amazing.
god, it
Yeah.
was so my god.
Is it because we had an expectation for the first one and it didn't meet it?
What, the second one being bad?
Yeah.
Well, most sequels are bad.
There's
Oh
no
yeah,
Except
that's
for
right.
Terminator.
You keep
This
doing
woman
this
is going to
all
die.
the time. Oh my goodness.
Eventually, but not right now.
Well, good. She choked on some water earlier before you got here.
Oh wow,
For like 5 straight minutes.
Dara, we've got to keep liquids away from you.
Oh my goodness.
We need you to survive the end
That's
of the
part of
episode.
the game, though.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
what do you think makes a film great? Or
Here-
what makes a great film? I think it's the same.
No, I think we all have different values of what we like to take away from movies. Some of us just want to go and we want to turn off and we just want dopamine shots of, action and boobies and
and
real
ass.
butt
Fast
cheeks.
cars.
Right.
Like John
Fast
Wick.
cars, we want
Fast
that
and
rush.
Furious.
For me, I like to go on an empathy trip with my protagonist. And I want to feel like I went on the same emotional journey as them. That's a real experience.
Yeah.
It's what I value, and it's what I, as a filmmaker, try to create myself in my character. So if I have an audience member that is willing to connect with the story, then let's go on this ride. Let's be heartbroken together. Or let's be triumphant together. Let's be victorious together.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Solid.
You okay over there?
Yes, I'm fine.
All right. Next question. Do you believe talent or training is more important to an actor?
So talent versus training.
Yeah.
Training.
Training?
Talent, which is a word I actually really despise. Like I don't like to
Do
be.
tell.
Yes, I don't like ever to be called talented. The connotation is like it's given. Like you didn't work at it. It's just a natural ability. No, I like to think in growth mindset that if you put any type of work into something. Now, if we say someone has a natural ability, which is true, people are just going to, without any training, have some type of good talent. That's your baseline. Everybody's going to start something with a baseline. Some people are going to be at a higher level than others. But you want to hone in. You want to train. If you start off, if you are talented and you're starting at a high baseline, then you want to train and you really want to hone that in. No one is going to, be at a baseline and be like, I'm at my highest level. I think the sky's the limit, but the sky is infinite.
Yeah.
So you could go as far as you want. I was just telling a buddy recently, for me as a filmmaker, I feel like I'm at a ceiling right now. And I want to break through that ceiling. So I'm like, hey, can you watch this
What
film I
makes you
just made?
feel
How
like you're at
so?
a
Yeah, I was about to
ceiling?
say, how so? How do you?
I feel like for me, I'm doing a lot of things that I'm always doing, which is true. As an artist, you're going to constantly do everything you've always done and you find new ways. And I'm feeling like I'm reaching a point where, okay, I'm not exactly sure how to elevate from here. And I could keep going on. So I reached out to a buddy of mine, like, hey, can you watch this film with me and kind of rip me apart? Really, really rip apart what I've done. And
Do you think it's your technique or your style that's holding you back from breaking through to another level, or just maybe you're not connected with the
No, I
people
don't think
of the
ceilings
next
are
level.
bad things. I don't think they're bad things. I just think it's, every time you go level up, you're going to hit a ceiling. You're going to, you're going to be at the edge of what you've
But what
been.
are you saying, that you're at a ceiling creatively, like with what you do?
I would
filmmaking?
say technically.
Technically?
In a filmmaking
Oh,
technical.
Okay.
And look, this is great where, again, you get to have a lovely crew that all brings decades of experience and you'll learn from each other. That's the beautiful thing why film should be a collaborative. So I never, like I said, argue for a one-man band. But if, for whatever reason, it's hard finding your tribe or it's hard finding people that, because film, being on that side of the camera is not for the faint of heart. It's not, it's lifting, it's crouching, it's physically taxing. It's a lot of work. It's vulnerable. It's a lot of responsibility. It's your work that helps people, make it pleasing so that when you're in front of the camera, we like what we see, you know, and then when you're, not only do we like what we see, then you're performing at your high level, then it's like.
Question: what's
comes
vulnerable about being behind the camera?
So, I mean, tons. Basically, you're responsible for how the image looks. You know, if your lighting is butt cheeks, you know, and someone's delivering a performance, or, you know, your sound's off or something like that, and it's hard to see, or it's just not nice to look at, frames off, you know, let's say you're more in the beginning of things, and you got this person in front of the camera pouring their hearts out, you know.
You didn't capture it correctly,
it's not just done well. So it's insanely vulnerable. It's just in a different way. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's what you're responsible for. And it's starting to ease up, man. Every project I've ever done, I would always start the day being at least 24 hours awake. I would never be rested.
Oh, my God.
That was a little bit different for these past couple ones. Like, I got a little bit of rest the night before, but God, my nerves are up. I'm double checking to make sure all the gear is there. It feels like the same level of
game time
of adrenaline is like going into a fight. You know, like you're about to go fight, and I can't rest. I can't sleep. I can't turn it off. So I've shown up to so many sets where, man, I'm starting the day being up for 24 hours. And then finishing the day, I'm up for 36, you know. Then we got to break everything down, pack it up, making sure I don't forget anything, because then everybody's waiting on me. And it's like, Rob, you're the reason this thing sucks. And I don't ever want that,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's all that. And then, so it's like, for me, I'm like a duck in a pond where it's just, it looks like I'm floating, but underneath all that, I can't drown.
I was just gonna say, you don't look like you're pressed.
Yeah.
Oh no, deep down inside.
Really calm and like, all right, we're gonna set this up, and I'm gonna move this here, and I'm gonna do that. Look like you're in control. Like,
no,
everything's
deep
fine.
down inside, I'm like, I'm the duck, man.
It is really cool to watch you take your time with it. Like, you're not rushed, and you actually, I don't know if you realize you do, but you process out loud. You know what I mean? Like, you say, no, that's too sourcey. Let me, you know what I mean? And you like start going about, and I'm just like, oh, what? That's too sourcey. You know what I mean? You can learn from it. Like, it's really cool to watch it because you can learn from it. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
So you talk a lot about tribes. So my question is, I have 3 questions for you.
Okay.
Have you found your tribe? What qualities are you looking for in people to build your tribe? Okay, and I'll save the last question for after you answer
Okay,
that.
so
Yeah.
let me answer this first. Have I found my tribe? My tribe is forming.
Okay.
My tribe's definitely forming. What qualities? I want to find, you know, it's not a particular skill. We can grow that together.
Okay.
So, you know, we could work on things together. I'll take you as you are. Attitude. Attitude. We show up and we're going to get the job done. And this project is above all of us. That's how I approach every single project. It's above me. It's above all of us. It's because it's not about me. The second that we make this a project about any singular person, it's DOA. It's done. It is, this whole thing is service. And we're doing this service so that we can provide an audience an experience. And I think, you know, the second that you make it about any person or trying to serve any, you know, personal agenda or anything like that. Now, don't get me wrong, as an artist, there are things I want to try, but I'm only going to pick those things as long as it serves the project. If it doesn't do it, I'm not going to, you know, basically be artistically masturbating. And, you know, and you see a lot of things like that. A lot of people do things just because they can. But should you? That's the real question. So I try to make choices that really service the project. Like in American Dream, we had a lot of Dana Dolly shots.
What's a Dana Dolly?
Dana Dolly is this little like platform that a camera sits on. So like and you just kind of put it on some rails and it slides, and you get this really nice, sliding left to right laterally, or you can flip it the other way and push in and out. And it's like really smooth. So like that.
Is that just a normal dolly? Like, is that?
Dana dolly is so. It's not sitting high. It's kind of like on this platform. It's like this plate that it sits in, and you put the what's it called, like the ball head that's on a tripod. You put that inside of it, and it has these little wheels, and it just slides.
Oh, okay.
It's like a little plate.
Nice. Okay.
And I want to make an investment for one, but I remember, I told AJ for American Dream, I really want to use one for this. And the temptation is every shot is now a dolly shot. Right? That's such a temptation. And I know for me, I'm thinking, okay, this shot. And they're like, no, Rob, we want to save these push shots for when they really matter.
Yeah.
So you really want to, again, it's about stepping outside of yourself.
Is that one? Is the shot where he's in the office answering yes? Is that? Oh,
that's one of them.
Oh, that's
There's
good.
about 4 of them
And the
in
car?
there. There's
Or
about
not
4
the
of them. There's that one. There's the first office reveal where you see Evelyn walking out. First time we see her, there's that one. And 2 shots in the theater.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it again.
Okay.
I just want to recognize him and see him.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah.
Thank you.
Looks
Thank you.
really good.
How do you know which equipment to invest in? Because watching your setup, you've had cases of just various different types of lenses and all the bells and the whistles. But how do you start? Because I'm starting with basically an iPhone.
Right, and which you should. I would tell anybody this day and age, start with an iPhone. The camera, I would say camera-wise, make that your last investment. If you were to make any type of purchase right now, I would argue for sound. I would argue for sound. There's so much you can do with just a camera and good sound quality. So much you can do. Now, the trick is never put your equipment where it could be exposed for what you don't have. So if you have just a camera and sound, don't shoot shots where you need lighting, where you need extra lighting. Or if you do and it looks terrible, don't include it. Try to write it in a way, or write your story in a way where it caters to what you have. Then it's like, okay, I do want to do some night interiors. Then, start investing in, like, filmmaking gear, as expensive as it is, was even 10 times more expensive 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was virtually unaffordable.
Yeah.
So then you have what was called like guerrilla techniques. You go to the hardware store, those little heat lamps you would get for like your pet iguana. That's what we would have to go buy if we wanted our own film equipment. And you'd get that, and then you could, you could take a sheet or something like that and diffuse through it. Basically, if you were indie, all you had were shitty rigs. But now you can buy, what they would call prosumer lines. So you have professional, you have consumer, and then in the middle you have prosumer. And they're not like industry standard stuff, but they're amazing. Like these lights would be considered prosumer.
Oh, Amazon.
So they're amazing, and you could do amazing things with it. So the idea is understanding what you have. What are your equipment's limitations? Just don't expose those limitations, and your stuff is going to look phenomenal. The second you expose those limitations, then that's it. Your work doesn't look as great. So you start off with an iPhone. I would say the first thing is sound, and there's a lot of options for that. Depends on what your budget is. For $50, you can get these like Bluetooth wireless lavs, and they work phenomenally.
Yeah,
we have some. Yeah.
Yeah. And
My
so
collection.
that's all you need. Now you can go shoot a scene outside. Now you can, if you got some good light inside, you can do that. But, if all you have is available lighting, and look, even at night though, these phones are phenomenal with low light stuff. So now you could go go somewhere where it's nicely lit at night outside, go shoot a scene there. Cater to, what you have, what will make your equipment look good. Don't expose its limitations. And then as you grow, it took me a long time to build that stuff up. You know, you don't just go make a laundry list and then go spend $50,000 because that's literally what all that will total to. So you take your time, you build up, you see what you need, and then renting too. Renting is a great option. Have you guys been on ShareGrid yet?
No.
ShareGrid is a site where people will list their own gear for rent. So you could go rent a camera or rent lenses, rent lighting. So it's kind of like an individual, or you can go to like Express Cinema, or is it Express or Expressway Cinema? That's another one. There's a couple rental houses that are definitely much more like official and established. But yeah, ShareGrid, Expressway Cinema are a couple places you can go and get things that, you know, you only need temporarily, or you're only going to use once. It's like niche stuff. Or again, you may not have $1,000 to spend on this light, you know, so you go rent it for $100 or $50 or whatever it costs.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. That sounds very helpful.
ShareGrid. What was the other one?
So I think if you look it up, Expressway Cinema, I think they're called, or Express Cinema, I forget. Expressway or Express? Sorry.
No.
What, I'm apologizing to them.
Well, they're not paying you.
They have their logo's like black and purple. Let me get a discount for this endorsement, though.
So, what is life?
Expressway. Okay.
Expressway. So, what is life like now that you're an alumni of Playhouse West?
It's an empty void.
Oh.
I'm looking to fill the hole on my Mondays and Wednesdays. It's the same grind. You know, that it's almost as if I hadn't left. But now I'm just doing something different during that time. So if I'm in post-production, I'm trying to get that work done, or what's the next project that I can write for myself so that I can display what I can do in front of the camera. Personal life, still in recovery from a car accident that happened in 2019. So trying to get better with that.
Yeah.
And I do have a couple of kids that I got to tend to.
Oh my goodness.
little couple kids. Non-accidents, as they say.
Yeah, none. Miracle babies. Now, if you had to choose between filmmaking and acting, I think I already know because you briefly kind of mentioned it. You're saying you would actually just.
What would I focus on?
Yeah.
Filmmaking.
What the hell?
I know. Curveball. But your value is so much higher as a filmmaker than as an actor.
Yeah.
Actors are, like I said, it's the most disrespected art form because people will do it without training and call themselves that and put themselves in front of it. And unfortunately, people also don't know how to, you know, and I'm not talking at a high level. Obviously, people who do it for real do know. But, you know, at this level, at people who are at the indie level don't know exactly what makes a good actor. You know, and they might be fixated. They might have this idea like, oh, this person is the right look I just had in mind, you know, or it's like a ton of superficial reasons. But can this person really capture this life that you're looking for? Do they have it within them?
And tell a story.
And be able to tell a story, be able to make choices. There's a lot of, being an actor there's a lot of pragmatism to
Pragmatism.
it. Pragmatism. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, dictionary.
Hi.
No, there's a lot of pragmatism to it. There's a lot of, you know, if you've taken Tony's, play analysis when Lou Gehrig did not die of cancer, you look, there's a story that is to be told. You are a part of that story. You are a cog in that wheel. And you have to know what you need to come out of you to be able to properly tell that story.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you don't focus on that when you're performing. But you make certain choices in advance, of course. You know, we all do it. There's no way everything is just going to be instantly spontaneous and no work involved. You have an idea, you make choices.
Activize.
But the real art is how do you make all that predetermined stuff feel spontaneous. So you can just kind of embed it, and like, for example, I don't learn my lines. I don't. What I do is I attach my lines to an experience. Like I couldn't sit here and recite you the agreement. You know, I had worked on it. Alana and I had worked on that for about a year or more before it went up on that stage. But I couldn't sit here and recite you the lines to it. The lines have to be brought out.
Right.
So if they're not brought out, then I might be missing a line. You know, but, so that's where you really work with somebody you can really trust, right? They're attached to an experience, and because of that, but again, my homework in advance knew we need to go here. I know that there are some options that can exist, and I have some flexibility that I need to be to get us from A to B, from beginning to end. And the point of anything is the end. Where do you need to end up? Even in your scene in American Dream, you know, if we started that scene with how you end up, and you started just like that, and there's no transition there, there's no reason to watch it.
Yeah.
You know, so a great place to start was we started with your belly laugh.
Yeah.
And then, you know, by the time we got to the end of that scene, oof, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's just good storytelling, and that's, you know, and again, you handled that like a champ.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a good time to ask this question that I have, right? How do you keep, okay, you talked about ego before, right? And I'm finding that it's very, very easy to have an ego, right?
You should have an ego.
You should?
Yeah.
You should.
Oh,
Really?
Balance, though. You have to balance it.
Right, but how do you balance it?
Takes discipline,
Yeah,
Like-
discipline.
self-awareness.
But
Like
Rob,
me?
you practiced stoicism for a while, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
did that help with that kind of thing?
100%. So,
What's
you know,
stoicism?
what is stoicism? It's kind of like just chilling the fuck out. Just be cool, be easy, go with the flow. All those little Bruce Lee like tactics. I don't know exactly how to
that's
describe
like
it,
me.
Yeah, I was thinking that's
stoic.
me. I think.
but
Is
you
that
know,
having an ego if I say I'm stoic? I don't know.
no, you know, it's all about what your ego does. So, like, your ego can do a few things if it's just untamed. You know, your ego can make things about you that's not about you. It can make things personal for you that really shouldn't be personal. It can make you make things about you. So basically, it brings you to the forefront of everything. And
Right.
you know, I can't stress enough that anytime we do a project or we go on that stage or we go in front of that camera, you're doing an act of service. So, you know, there's no way you can do an act of service and make it about you.
Right.
So, but you should have an ego at the same time. And what feeds my ego is the desire to be, you know, to shoot for excellence, the desire that I can service these projects well, that I could be the right man for the job to service these projects. So that's where I've made what feeds my ego. And try to leave a lot of things that are outside of my control. Try to not feed my ego with those things. So, like, for example, you go in on audition, you don't get the part. That can easily be an ego attack. It must be something about me, or, you know, those casting directors don't know, or that director don't know that I'm such a gem, I'm so talented, they're stupid, you know, all that stuff. And so you start making it about you, when in fact there is so many variables that go into why people make the decisions that they make. And this is why when you ask acting or filmmaking, which one I would concentrate on, you got so much more freedom as a filmmaker. If you have that skill and then you're not as talented as an actor, I mean, there's a lot of people making a living and, you know, they're not that talented. They're not that skilled as actors. But, you know, film, this is why, you know, even in acting, you know, film's slightly easier. Because there's so many ways to manipulate moments than just relying on the actor. On stage, it's all you. It's 100% you. That's it. Your experience is how we interpret this story. But if I just put a shot on you and you're not doing nothing and you're just kind of looking, and then I add some music and how I cut that to it, I'm like, ooh, Dara's deep. Ooh, this was damn, that was a heavy moment. Dara's just like,
Just
Just there,
Yep,
just
just
completely
sitting there.
stoic. So there's so many ways, you know, how we light it, how we edit it, how we cut it, how the music we put to it, how we kind of shape a scene. So you know, you get that weight taken off of you on stage. That's all you.
Yeah, that's all you pay. So okay, are you guys ready to go into another segment?
Okay. Let's
Yes.
do it.
Yes.
we didn't talk about how good this food was.
Oh,
Okay,
Yes.
good.
I
Y'all
gotta
did
try
like
this
it?
out.
Yes,
Okay,
it was
good.
awesome. I
It was
loved
so
it.
good, right?
It's a bun here.
This-
Just-
Yeah, and you're
it's a
gonna
spicy
need-
pork bun.
You're gonna
Spicy.
need that bun to coat
Okay, should I chop?
Yeah.
coat your stomach for
It's
the game we're gonna
so-
play.
Oh man. Oh, man.
I'm about to get a
I want a burger
donut.
this
Oh
week.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Let's go bring those.
But okay, so this segment is called Let's Play a Game, right? And in this game, we have
That is good.
It's good, right? Tara, can you take this?
so let me tell you what's gonna happen here. We have this app, right? And you're gonna pick a category of a joke that you wanna tell. Right? The rest of us, and we're gonna do it in rotation, right? So the rest of us, we're gonna have like water in our mouths, right? Yes,
God.
please, thank you.
Please
And
try not to spit on the equipment, please. If it's funny.
okay. And if you can't make us laugh, then you gotta take a shot.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
And we're taking shots of vodka.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need an Uber, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you drive here?
Or
I
you just
did.
Oh.
be
But-
funny.
Yeah,
But,
just be funny.
Just be funny. Okay.
Yeah, just be
Okay.
funny.
My driving record depends on it. Got it.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna wait till Dara comes back. Or
Coming back with the donuts.
I'm hungry.
D.
I want these donuts. Oh, remember? Since we're waiting, right? Remember you when I came, you asked me like how was my week because we
Yeah,
hadn't.
yeah.
we didn't talk
And you
because
didn't wanna talk about it.
Oh my gosh, I'm
We
ready
didn't
to
have
talk
any
about it now.
meetings this week.
Yeah, because we didn't have any meetings this week. But somebody texted my phone. It has been. It has been. I told you about the guy that I met. I met this guy like at 8 in the morning, and by like 4
Where
in
you
the
met him again?
afternoon,
No, that's
This-
imperative. That's important.
I was
information.
walking to work.
Okay.
And this guy, he was hilarious. He was like talking to me, and he was making me laugh. But anyway, it was 8 in the morning, and by 4 p.m., he's like, "Let me pull up." Like, who do you think I am, sir? Like, yeah. So that was one thing that happened to me this week, and then the next thing that happened to me, some random guy texted my phone, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to put this D on you." Like,
Random guy?
it was like a random number. I don't know this number, but that's how my week has been. Yeah.
Think there's any correlation between Mr. Pull Up and Mr. Pull Out?
No,
Pull up. Yeah, pull up.
I don't know.
Either one of you.
So you're upset that the guy wasted no time? That's the
I'm
problem?
not upset. It happens so much that I'm just like, when did we get here as a society? Like, why can't you say, "Oh, I would love to take you out"? Fake it for a couple weeks.
People don't have time, though.
Oh, okay, well, I don't have time for the bullshit either.
Well, see,
so.
it only costs you a couple of hours to figure out this guy's bullshit
I
versus a
guess.
couple of weeks.
Well,
That's
yeah.
true. That is true.
Yeah. So you ready to play this game, Rob?
I'm ready.
All right, everybody else, well, get your water. And Michael, cautions against spitting on the equipment. So yeah, so you'll pick a category and you'll tell the
so
joke.
we pour the shots.
Yeah. What do you
The
think
person
is
who tells the joke, if nobody laughs,
right? They gotta take a shot. Yeah.
What if we
And you-
laugh? Do we take the shot? Like who?
Yeah. If you laugh, you take the shot.
what if Darius wants to choke?
Oh, we'll have the ambulance on standby.
I don't know.
But
pull
does
up.
that mean it's funny? Like, because she's been choking all day.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yes, it does. It
That counts
means
as-
it counts.
All right.
Yes. It counts if I'm telling the joke.
Are you just supposed to read the very first one, or you?
Yeah, you
scrolling?
cannot pick. So you can't pick.
Oh, I can't pick.
The
No,
first
you
one
gotta
that
read-
comes up, you gotta read it. You
Oh, wait,
can't
wait, wait.
scroll
Oh,
through.
I see. So I tap on it.
Yeah.
I'm not making a joke up.
You're reading
No,
it.
you're reading the
I'm
joke.
reading the joke.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna just get this shot ready for you to take, because they're a lot harder than they look. Wait, let me put the water in my mouth.
Right. Oh, so okay.
Anybody else want a donut? Oh, we gotta put water in our mouth? Why?
oh yeah.
Wait, are you not?
I'm so
you not
confused
there?
about this
You're
game.
not paying attention.
Yeah.
Clearly, sorry.
All right,
Right,
put some
so you-
water in your mouth. Hold it there. Don't swallow it, Dara. See?
There, I saw some going down the throat.
Don't spit in the microphone either. He's gonna tell a joke. If it's funny enough to make you spit the water out, then he doesn't have to take this shot. If nobody spits it out,
Or laugh or chuckle or whatever. He has to
get a
elicit.
reaction.
Yeah, get a reaction.
I mean, can I swallow and then laugh? Like,
I guess. Yeah. So
Okay.
to
But we don't
not
get
the
we don't
spitting.
get the fountain.
Yeah, because Michael's going to get mad.
okay.
Yeah, Michael's gonna get mad. Shit is expensive.
You know, it's like the end of a session. You just got to watch where you aim.
Basically. Pull it out this way and tilt it in that way. See that?
That joke didn't count. That was yours. Just so you know.
All right, ready? 'Cause I
Ready.
can't keep you drinking all this water.
How do I know that you guys still have water in your mouths? Are you guys ready? Okay, okay. No, seriously, there's like a real double standard in society. You burn your friend up at a crematorium, you're being a bad friend. But if you do it at home, I'm destroying evidence?
I need to work on my shit. That was funny to me. It was funny to me. All right, I'm supposed to take the shot. It was funny to me. I'm gonna work on that. Go ahead.
Damn, this is
Please.
a lot of water.
Well, you
I
don't
normally don't
put
drink
so
this
much.
much. Also, move your mic away from you, because you was real close.
I was not. And that's a big ass shot.
Oof.
It's a shot cup. Am I not supposed to fill it up?
You know I'm driving, right? Can I just take a sip? Can we change the
Nah, you
rules?
gotta drink it. It's your game.
Here.
How do I get to the?
I'll prepare a shot for myself and we can cut that in.
Okay. Oh, thank you. That's my friend.
Such a good friend, Dara.
Yeah.
You know, I do my best.
All right.
You guys are lightweights. All right. So I get to. I'm gonna stick to this category.
So I
Oh,
should.
there's different categories.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
babe,
The water. Right.
All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. Today was a terrible day. My ex got hit by a bus, and I lost my job as a bus driver.
Oh my god! I didn't even get my first shot yet.
Okay, that was funny.
I need to work on. Oh my god!
Look at Bravo hanging on in there.
Okay.
I want to do this.
It was funny. It was funny.
Dara now.
The delivery. All right, more water. Jeez. I'm gonna just take a shot of this.
So I just swipe to the side.
Or you could pick a category.
Oh,
You know what? Since I'm drinking it anyway, I'm gonna.
okay. What's the next one? Wait, how you do it? Oh. Okay. Fuck. What do you call a dog with no legs? It doesn't matter what you call it. It ain't coming.
I need to do better. That's what, like 3 shots.
Damn, I wasn't funny enough.
No, I laughed.
You were the only one that laughed.
Cause
Animal mutilation is
I think both of y'all laughed. Didn't you?
that's my
I
trick.
laughed, but
all right. Oh yeah, it's on the dark humor. Okay.
L'chaim.
Wait, this one was yours.
That's okay. You ain't got cooties. That's okay.
Just herpes.
Oh my god.
Okay, ready?
What the hell? Oh my god.
okay, wait.
I'm gonna try my best, but I know this ain't. My wife and I were out to dinner, and the waitress started flirting with me. She obviously has COVID, my wife said. Why? I asked. My wife replied with a sneer, because she has no taste. I'll just go ahead and drink the drink right now, because, yeah. I set myself up. Go ahead, Rob.
So your reaction to the joke was so much funnier.
Funnier.
I know.
All right, let's see.
That's
I'm gonna change categories here.
Oh shit.
More water.
oh, right. The water.
I'm trying to eat this donut. Cause I'm a bad kid.
What do you call a virgin lying on a waterbed? A cherry float. A cherry float. I'll take the shot.
Like you popped it, like the cherry. She
A cherry.
Oh, sorry. I tried to make that work.
Oh, these are adult jokes.
Oh, adult jokes.
I figured let's get dirty.
Oh.
All right, ready when y'all are.
I gotta take my punishment first.
The more shots y'all take, the more you're gonna be inclined to laugh at my
Was this
corniness.
ever clear? Jesus Christ. Jesus. Oh.
Okay, ready?
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about vodka. I just picked the one that looked the prettiest.
Is it flavored? Okay. Y'all ready? Mm-hmm. What did one butt cheek say to the other? Together we can stop this crap.
You did it to me. I was strong until you started going in. You did it
I'm
to
sorry, I was trying not to. But together.
I'm taking
Oh
a
my
baby
God.
shot.
You started laughing before I hit the punchline.
I know. The together part.
It was
That's what
Dara
got
that
me.
did it
I
for
don't
me.
know. I don't
Here.
know.
Damn it, Dara.
I know. Damn it, I fucking hate vodka.
Oh. Whew.
Water.
You not right? Or is it me? Is it me?
Dara's turn. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus.
This is nasty, y'all.
What, vodka?
I should have asked. But
This shit tastes like I just poured rubbing alcohol down my throat. Ugh. Ugh. How do I do it?
oh,
Bar jokes?
anyone. You pick anyone you want, any category.
These are the categories? Ooh. Okay.
Wait, didn't you do this once already?
I did, but,
but she didn't pick
I
a
didn't
category.
pick a category.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Dad jokes. Oh, excuse me. Okay. What was Forrest Gump's email password? One, Forrest, one. I'm making someone laugh, thank God.
Yeah, because I laughed because your delivery was funny. The joke itself wasn't funny.
It was very funny.
Yeah. I don't have any discipline. So I'm just going to drink.
You laugh at everything.
That was funny.
Jesus.
Yeah. Right, call on him.
I know.
Nasty.
Y'all could take naps if you need them.
Thank you.
No, sober one in the room, apparently.
Okay, dark humor. Y'all ready?
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
sorry. Let me reload.
Is he stuffing my face?
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Michael, do you have water in your mouth? Okay. When does a dad joke become a dad joke? When it leaves and never comes back. Was that too traumatic? I'm just gonna go ahead and drink this.
No, that was funny. That was funny. I'm holding on to dear life here.
Dads get the worst.
Dads get a bad rap.
Yeah. 3 dads left, went for milk, and the rest of us been suffering ever since.
I'm gonna just go ahead and drink this. Whew. Whew. Oh Lord. What round are we on? Because we only doing like
I think
6.
that's 3.
3? Okay, we got
So
3
this is
more.
number 4.
This is the 3rd time you're doing it, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Please keep count, because I think after this one I'm a.
Yo, mama so dumb.
Wait.
Oh,
Damn! I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Your mama so dumb. When y'all was driving to Disneyland, she said she saw a sign that said Disneyland left, so she went home.
I'm sorry.
I only laughed
Y'all
because you
terrible.
laughed.
Disneyland left.
Yeah, face.
It's the little lines for me, like together with the butt cheeks and then Disneyland left. I can't. Okay.
All right, let me drink this. Oh. What do you say before you down a shot? Salud. Something.
That's the kid.
I think you should come up with a
I
new
wanna go-
shot downer liner.
Dark.
Why? Salud. Oh, good.
Oh, it's good. It's good. But it's, let's get something fresh out here. We haven't had a good
Oh, you mean
one liner for shots in a while.
They're right over there.
Nope. Shit's nasty. I gotta stop laughing.
Yeah.
Shit is nasty. I can't do it
All right, ready? Load up. Ready? Our maintenance guy lost his legs on the job. Now he's just a handyman. I'm actually proud of you guys. Good for you. Good for you. I'll take a shot.
I appreciate it.
She's holding on for dear life. Pass me the vodka, please. Take the phone.
I can't do it no more.
Thank you. My head's starting to spin.
Oh, no.
I'm good though. I'm good.
Y'all taking half shots?
Nah.
Yes.
That's it. I'm mixing it up. Cause baby,
I ain't mixing
Quarter
up
shots, too.
nothing.
Half a shot with half a donut.
Yeah.
Sweet friend of mine.
oh shit, sorry.
Okay. Let me get that out in advance. Because your face. Hold on. Let me load up Dara.
I don't think I can. Fuck. Okay. Don't take it personally. I was gonna tell a dead baby joke, but I decided to abort. I know.
That was horrible.
Isn't it terrible?
That was terrible.
Oh, that
It was
was
funny,
so
though.
hard.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was hard. That was hilarious.
You
Oh my god!
Ew,
You
that
should have
was
let
hard.
it so I didn't have to take a fucking shot.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
I
but
wanted
I was
everything in me wanted to, but I didn't want to drink that shit.
Oh my
It was
god!
just-
Man, I know. It's the worst. What am I gonna do?
Whew.
I'll take it for you.
Fuck. Thank you. Oh, what a gentleman you are.
Yeah, okay. Me now? Okay.
Yeah. Wait, one more.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying, I just want to say I'm proud of us. We're drinking a lot of water today.
Hydrated.
Yeah.
Hydrated.
So. Okay. Working in a bank is a very ungrateful job. A lady asked me to check her balance, so I push her over. They fired me. If y'all made me drink this freaking somebody laugh. Okay, fine.
You know what it is? I don't think you're committing to the joke. You're
I
saying
know.
it like you don't think it's funny.
It's not funny.
You gotta believe
I gotta believe that
that
it's funny.
Oh yeah.
That's your objective, is to get someone to laugh.
You're right.
Gotta
Yeah, I forgot
pretend.
that. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah. Okay. Whew. I better get on it before I stop, you know. Because I want to make it out of here.
I'm gonna do a different
Category.
category next time
Okay.
because that traumatized me.
Ugh.
Are we ready? My girlfriend asked me, when do I want to get married? Apparently, when I meet the right girl wasn't the right answer.
Oh my God. That's
you, Dara.
traumatic.
That's fucked up. I know. Fuck. Damn. It's your face, I think.
Well, just stop looking at him.
Ah, no, I gotta stop looking at him.
I'm gonna have to get up. So, I'm coming back to you. I'm not giving a joke to nobody else. I'm coming to you.
Is this the 5th round? I'm ready to get off this ride.
I feel like maybe this is 5.
Okay, good.
We got 6,
great.
right?
Yeah, so one more after this. Okay. Whew. Hang in there, friend. One more.
Shit is nasty.
I'm sorry. You guys should have told me. I don't know that. I was like,
No
ooh,
vodka
blue.
ever.
No vodka ever. Okay. It's going to be a while before we...
Oh my god.
Charged.
Oh.
Shit.
Wait.
That's the hardest part of this game, remembering that.
Did you hear about the guy who got hit in the head with a can of soda? No? Oh, he was lucky. It was a soft drink. No puns, huh? Does that not count?
No.
No.
The joke was over.
Fine, I'll take the shot. Over here. Oh my God, stop disrespecting the vodka. Open your nose.
No.
No, that vodka does deserve to get disrespected.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, you guys.
It all tastes the same, people. I got some.
Ugh.
Well, vodka is a terrible.
It's awful. No vodka ever.
Yeah.
What is wrong with y'all? What do y'all drink? Dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or tequila.
It's gross. You
you
know
drink-
how it gets its color, right?
Oak barrels.
Yeah. You're drinking oak barrel particles.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
You shouldn't be.
I
Your
was
body's
expecting
not.
urine. I was expecting urine.
No,
to
it gets
go
its
right
color
into
from
it.
staying in those barrels for years at a time. Now
I'm fine with it.
Now your body got to process that on top of the poison.
I'm fine with it.
You gonna drink poison?
It don't
drink
taste
pure
like
poison.
rubbing alcohol.
I like a nice cognac. Nice, you know.
Barrels.
Oh my God.
Well, they can deal with the barrel.
Hold on a second.
Listen, my generation invented eating ass. Barrels is nothing.
How old are you?
Knock knock.
35? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I'm still yet to eat ass,
Damn, wait,
and I'm
no,
35.
not knock knock because
I'm still yet
Y'all
to eat
can't say
ass, and I'm
who's who.
35.
No? It might be different for guys. And you're in the area. It's not like
Oh, it's definitely different.
You guys are eating ass?
it's not like I set my GPS to go to Ass Town, but I was in the area. I was like, whoa, may as well stop in.
Every guy is eating ass. Every guy. If you engaged in coitus, then you have eaten ass.
Well, that's good to know. I'll stop kissing motherfuckers out here then. That's beautiful to know.
Don't kiss.
I'm sorry. If you've engaged in coitus, you've eaten ass.
Is that fancy for the conolingus?
Maybe I should have said cunnilingus. I don't know. I'm like 3 shots in. Yeah, there you go. But yes.
They're not in the same spot.
What is coitus? Conolingus. Did y'all see that
I meant
SNL,
cunnilingus, but
that SNL skit
Oh.
with Colonel Lingus?
no.
Oh,
Colonel Angus.
it was Colonel Lingus. Oh
I
my
didn't
God,
see
it's
that.
amazing. Amy Poehler wrote it.
No, I don't remember that one.
Colonel Lingus comes and he's like, "Oh, Colonel Lingus. Ah, you gotta watch it. I'll just ruin it."
All right, I don't know what to.
And
pick,
they all have
guys.
Southern accents.
Well, I could pick a nice Southern accent right here. Turn that bad boy right on. It depends what
Hey, you
type
can't
of
be
Southern we're
looking
talking.
for a good one. You just pick one and you do your best.
She's looking at the categories.
Right?
How dare you?
Damn.
With your
Yeah, I need a
ass eating
fourth.
ass.
I need a 4th co-host because I'm tired of y'all bullying me.
You are not bullied, okay?
Needs to stop.
You are not bullied. Okay, maybe bar jokes. Have we done those yet?
And I don't think I qualify as someone who eats ass.
You
First
said
of
you
all.
stopped in.
I swung by. I was in the neighborhood.
If you did it once, you're classed as an ass eater. In my book.
Yeah, prove it.
Rob, back me up.
No.
No, you can't back me up because
Every cunnilingus session results in ass
You
eating.
on
does
your own. You know
not.
that?
No, there's no way.
On your own.
I never had my ass eaten, but I've had, what is it?
Yes, you have.
Ew, but
yes, you
you
have.
telling me I didn't feel it?
Probably.
What does that even mean?
You wasn't paying attention.
Am I out here like doing it with the wrong people? Person?
Yeah, most likely.
Look, I didn't mean people, Mom. I just,
That distance of
It's such a short space.
Yes.
You can accidentally find yourself down there. Like one jerk.
because your job here, sir, is to be focused on the clit. Why are you all the way down here? I don't understand. It's not the same. You're not even in close proximity. What are you
agree.
talking about?
I do agree there.
About what?
About where your focus should be.
Your focus should be more up here. Your ass is a lot further down.
No, you're right. A little.
Not
You're
a
right the
little,
first
a
time.
lot.
It's literally
It's
like
not.
that.
If you're focusing on the right area where you
Which is
need
the
to be,
clitoris.
right?
What's a clitoris? Is that like fluffy clouds?
Wow. Now we
It's
know
too
why you're
late for you.
divorced.
It's too late for you. It's too late.
No, that's
It's,
fucked up. No.
it's too late. Yeah, that was.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck.
It's too late.
I'm sorry.
It's the last episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Smell that dirty laundry.
I'm so sorry. That was really bad. I'm so
That was your
sorry.
dark side coming up,
It
Fred. Oh
was.
my
I'm sorry, Michael. Fuck. Shit. It's the vodka. See,
Yeah, that's
no
what it
vodka ever.
Really? The
No
brings the
vodka
truth
ever.
out?
No vodka ever.
Whose turn is it?
Oh, it's mine. It's mine. Can you do this again, please?
We're not gonna be.
All right.
And nobody better laugh. Nobody better. Goddamn.
You know I deserve that from you. It's fine. Okay. What is a man's idea of a balanced diet? A bottle of beer in each hand.
No,
If I
Fred.
didn't have water in my mouth, I'd have said but.
I knew that one was bad. It's okay. It's fine. Pass the damn bottle.
Pass the bottle to the right hand side.
I would rather be passing the Tushy. But, you know.
The tushy?
The Tushy friend.
She's got butt on the
No. Yeah, right? Sound on me. She got butt on the mind.
Let me tell you guys. Let me share something that I think my mother and my pastor would be very proud of. We're what? How many months are we in the year? And
3.
3 months. Yeah. So I've been working on myself and my relationship with God for 3 months. I'm very
What
on
does that mean?
edge.
What does that
For
mean?
3 months. I've been
Yeah.
working.
I'm celibate.
Celebrate.
What?
Oh, good for you.
I don't like it.
Oh,
I hate it.
So you're involuntarily
Sorry.
celibate.
And what?
Involuntarily?
No.
No, that's voluntarily.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You said you don't want it. You don't like
I don't want to, but I feel like
She-
at this point in my life it's important for me to. And if you nasty asses hear this podcast and think you could try me,
Oh.
maybe. We'll see.
I think you just got a text message.
I know, right? Oh my God.
All right, my turn,
Wait,
my
can I
turn.
get some more of that? I've been chasing. I can't.
All right, let me. What? Oh. All right.
Load up.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try. Life is a terminal disease, and it is sexually transmitted. Oh God, somebody, please. Rob, I know you wanna laugh. All right, I'll drink the freaking drink here.
No, I actually loved it. I love that joke. That was a great joke.
But you just don't want to drink the vodka.
I just don't want that shit.
Vodka is
Oh,
amazing.
man.
You guys
No,
is
I gotta
disrespectful.
hold my nose again. And cheers though.
Cheers,
little-
love you.
Cheers to being unfunny.
What he said? What you said?
I don't want no problem.
This is the last
oh.
round though, so hang in there.
All right.
I think nobody laughed at my jokes. God.
I
Oh, yes, you
think you had
did.
one.
Yeah, I
I
had
think you
one.
had one.
Oh, yeah, it made me feel better. One? Okay. All right.
Yeah, one. I think it was a dead baby joke. That was so.
Jesus. All right, let me just. Oh, God.
Could you face me? What is the Avengers' favorite day of the week? Thor's Day. Fuck.
So I
You
just
tried
heard on
though.
a
You
podcast,
tried though, yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
tried.
tried.
listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, I think, and Thursday is named after Thor. It is Thor's Day.
Okay. I learned something new.
Oh.
Whew. I'm
Pour me
trembling.
up, Scotty.
Beat me up, Scotty.
Because Michael is gonna kill us if we.
Okay, that's it. Okay, wait.
I pulled it all
We're
the way up
not
to the
trying
top.
to kill you, Rob.
I'm
She
sorry.
said, "This is for all the jokes past."
I didn't mean to do it.
Oh no!
Oh,
Okay.
See how easy it is?
Oh my god!
Go from ba 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 boom. Very easy. Very easy.
Wow.
Oh,
we can eat
yeah.
one.
Let me see.
This is a good one because I just spoke to you about this, like wanting to go to the library. Yeah, so. Ready?
Oh shit! Sorry.
Why can't you get a book on how to commit suicide at the library? Because you wouldn't bring it back. Too dark.
Too dark.
No, it
Too
wasn't.
dark.
To suicide, it's too much.
That was very palatable. I enjoyed that joke tremendously.
No.
Sorry.
Give me the bottle.
I just want to say, if you're dealing with suicide,
category.
call me. I love you. You're so needed.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
All right. Do I want to do Dark Room or do I want to change
Email
it?
me.
Let's see. Change.
I'll be right here.
That bar joke was whack, so I won't go back there.
Don't go to movies.
This
Don't-
is the
just
la-
don't do
No,
it.
don't do it.
Don't do it.
All right.
That's where
I
the
won't go to
Thursday came
movies.
in. No.
Okay, I won't do that then. Puns. Oh wait, can I deliver a pun? No. Okay, no puns. Adult jokes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah, I've been feeling it.
Is everyone ready? You know that tingly feeling that you get when you like someone? That's your common sense leaving your body.
I agree.
But you ain't laugh.
Sorry.
That was
It's sad.
Yeah, that was
It's a sad
adult.
situation.
I know, right? That's why I was like, ugh, y'all ready? This is whack.
Y'all
I have
keep
to
giving
have
up on
another
the joke before.
What do you mean? How can you give up on a joke like that? How can you
You have to commit to it.
I tried.
You try. You try. That one's
I failed clearly
Oof.
because that's
that,
hard.
That was a hard one. That was
right?
That was a Karen on a brunch date.
Thank
joke.
you. There you go. And I ain't never been no Karen in my life.
You've never?
No, I've never been a Karen.
Sounds like he's got
Michael be
some
coming
details.
for me. No,
I think he said. I think he thought you said you've never met one. I think that's
Isn't that
what.
what you said?
No,
She said she has never been a carrot.
Oh,
in my life.
yeah. I thought you said.
Are we?
you've
Are
never
we?
met.
Do we need to pull out sleeping beds? Are they called sleeping
I'm
beds?
taking it like a G.
What are they called? What are they called? It's not sleeping bed. What is
Sleeping
it called?
bag.
Oh, sleeping. No.
Sleeping bag?
The mattress.
Sleeping bag.
Sleeping mattress.
Air mattress?
Air mattress.
Ooh.
Like sleeping bag, yeah.
What's the effects? Whew. Yes, but though they said that alcohol is a depressant, and so it slows your mind down. So I'm having those effects. But you guys ready?
For what?
All right.
We still going? I thought this.
This is,
game was
I'm the last one.
Fine.
Come on.
You know I'm not gonna laugh. Do I even need to do this?
Follow the rules. At least one of the rules in life. Cause anyway, my grandfather says I'm too reliant on technology. I called him a hypocrite and unplugged his life support. Really, you guys? Fucking really? Nobody found that funny? Wow. All right. But that's the end of the game.
That was a good one to go out on.
Yeah.
Just like Grandpa.
Damn, too soon. Too soon. Oh shit.
But okay. Are you still drinking?
I never took the one from before.
Oh.
Take
But
it.
all right. Well, I take this shot and we get ready to wrap it up. Rob.
Yes, Rob.
What
Thank you
words
so
of-
much for coming through.
Wait, where can we see some of your content? Surely you have a webpage or a YouTube or some type of Instagram.
I am terrible when it comes to all that stuff. I only make the films. I like distribution. I'm just like horrible. But you could follow me at @brightlife_productions. We've been doing very well at putting out like BTS stuff, and then eventually, you know, we're gonna have some trailers, and we're gonna start getting better with some of that stuff.
Nice,
You know,
nice.
do it up big style.
Yeah, I'm excited. Your work is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're up there. Like, I don't know where to place you between you and Michael. Like, I don't know who's my favorite person. I'm gonna get back to you on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking
You know,
Michael Jackson?
No, you, but all right.
Me?
You know what, Rob?
What do I have
Before
to
you
do with
go,
this?
yes.
my favorite people, my favorite person in my life.
Oh.
Are you, Rob? Whew, while my brain is like trying to adjust. What words of encouragement would you like to leave our listeners? Ooh, I'm
Something
feeling
inspirational.
fancy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Inspirational, Jesus. After all that vodka.
It's gonna be the greatest.
2 shakes is fine. 3, you're playing with it.
Okay.
It's true.
Wow. Okay. Okay. All right.
I mean, he has a point. And
That's-
sometimes I'd be like,
That's beautiful.
I treat myself to a third shake.
Just
Okay.
understand. Always know there's a limit
How
to
the fuck do we
everything.
spin this?
There it is.
There it is.
There's always
well-
a limit to everything.
There's always a
Okay, there's a limit to everything. Except the sky. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
How do you guys not like vodka? Look at y'all.
Anyway,
You're having a time of your life.
I know, Rob,
I'm having
that you have so much more to say about inspiration
Oh, yeah. Oh,
as
yeah.
far as filmmaking and acting. I mean, you live for this shit, and I love to watch it. I really do love being on a set with you. Like, because, okay, I haven't made a film yet, but when I do,
Which
I will
would
have
be
you in
soon.
my mind.
Should
You know
be
what I mean?
soon.
Like, as
Would
a
be
standard.
soon.
And thank you for that.
Yes, thank you for
because-
coming.
Yeah.
It's been fun. and
No,
real.
wait,
I
he's
was
gonna be
excited.
real. He's gonna actually give an actual inspiration, right?
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna give an actual inspiration.
I'll do
All
an
right.
actual-
Okay.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh,
Girl.
I'm sorry.
I mean, whatever.
What?
We're here now.
I'll do it. I'll do another
Okay.
one. A redo.
Yeah.
I'll do a redo.
Yeah.
Is this bad?
Take 2.
Take 2. Okay. Be butt cheeks.
Wait, be
Butt cheeks.
Be shit. Be the shit. Be the shit.
No, what he's
Well,
saying
he's
is
saying be
you can't
ass.
be afraid to be asked. You just have to get that out.
Be butt cheeks. Do
You
it.
know that guy from
Be bad.
he's in Marvel. He's the Asian guy. He played on Fresh Off the Boat. He was the dad. He plays,
Yes,
I think,
yes.
Agent Wu or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
He was on a Conan O'Brien show. He was talking about his experience in acting. And when he first started, his mom was like, I don't think you should do this. You're not really good. And he did a commercial, and it was terrible.
Right.
And they, of course, had the clip of it. And he was really bad. But he was like, I had to go through the bad parts in order to get to a point in time where I'm actually good at it.
Yeah.
So you have to get through the butt cheeks. You got to be butt cheeks sometimes.
You got to.
Yeah.
And you also got to explore the neighborhood. Sometimes if you're in the area, check on your neighbors.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna go ahead
little
and press
south
this
of the
button.
border.
Yeah.
Since friend,
Huh?
give me the go ahead. I'm gonna press this button.
Go ahead.
That's the intro.
Pause.
We're about to start the show over.
What's the
The whole
outro?
past 2 hours just got
What's the?
It's the last one on the right.
The vodka is working.
This was
It's
the
working.
tutorial. I
It
showed
was
you.
not.
vodka.
I don't
No
remember
vodka
no
ever.
fucking tutorial.
Can we remember that?
Vodka
No
is
vodka,
fine.
okay.
All agree.
Yeah. All right. No vodka.
All right,
Ever.
Rob, so you popped or vodka cherry and you'll be the last.
All right, that's what I like.
The first
like
and
that.
the last. Look at you.
Woo.
My ex who's now a
Yes,
lesbian.
Daddy.
Oh.
Wait, what now?
Thank you, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen. Good night.
Oh my God. Good night. That was so good.